Yeah, most times people say you will never find the right person if you don't let go. But how true is that? Have you actually sat to think about it? I have heard people telling friends, oh, let him go, or let her go, the right person will come. But while they can be correct, they can also be wrong, depending on the situation or what led them to going in the first place. But many times we miss the right people just because in your mind, the so-called right person will come. How sure are you that the one going isn't the right one? And this is common in relationships, businesses, and life in general. But I'm going to be focusing on relationships today. Sometimes people let go when they are not ready and they think the problem is from the opposite sex. Or you let go because at the moment they don't look like what you want. You know, for example, maybe no car, no house, or his or her physical look doesn't fit in his pocket. The most important for some people, okay. But then you forget to think about the most important thing. Never allow temporary looks to stop you from getting the bigger blessings. A lot of people are in regret today because they let the right people go. But don't be those people. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9. So don't get tired of doing what is good. Don't get discouraged and don't give in. For we will reap a harvest of blessings at the appropriate time. Yeah, indeed, at the right time you will thank God for not letting go because of selfish desires. You might wonder or think, how do I ever know the right person? How do I ever know they are the right people? Well, it's a good question actually. Here's my answer. Well, if the chemistry, sense of purpose, divine confirmation and connection is there, and most importantly you feel the presence of God around the person, then I would advise you to not let go. Sometimes God takes His time to get you ready to have a soulmate, but then when it is time, He brings the person your way and you use your physical eyes to size him and say in your mind, she's not the one I want, or she's not the one. Really? Don't let our physical eyes send the right person away. At least go physical first, then spiritual. Of course, who would want a good looking person, but don't forget that the looks won't provide for you, won't help you achieve those things and so on. If the person is interested in your success, if the person wants to see you grow in all areas of your life, if the person makes you feel the presence of God, if he pursues you, his action speaks louder than his words. He loves you deeply, unconditionally. 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 8. If he makes you love yourself, most important of all, continue to show deep love for each other. For love covers a multitude of sins. Then it is dangerous to let go. He respects you. Too often we think respecting someone only refers to the way we speak to them. However, in relationships, respect is part of the foundation you build on and can make or break the relationship. It is the daily habits you have to look out for in the beginning. One way to know if God has ordained the relationship is whether He respects you. Does the person respect your time and give you the uninterrupted attention when you are together? Or the person is preoccupied with work and other things? Another way to see if the person respects you is in conversations. Do they repeatedly cut you off when you discuss something? Or do they value your opinion and appreciate your point of view? Last but not least, is the person loyal? Now, this one is an important one. Remember that being in a relationship means the two of you are merging two completely different families. backgrounds, and experiences. And that means you will run into situations where one of you is wrongly perceived. And only if the two of you can stick up for each other, then can your relationship survive. Yeah, most times we feel if you don't love them at first sight, nothing is gonna work, but truth be told, most people did not connect that way. They had to grow in love together. But come to think of it, is there really such a thing as love at first sight? Well, actually, I think it should be attraction at first sight. Because that word love is deep. We really have to be careful when letting people go. Sometimes it might be a minor case that could easily be fixed. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 11. So encourage each other and build each other up, just as you're already doing. Don't watch one person do everything while you stare, but instead build each other up. Don't forget God sends people into our lives for one reason, and that is to serve Him and build His kingdom on earth. So every relationship you find yourself in should serve that purpose. Therefore, a very simple way to know God's will in the relationship is to analyze whether the relationship aligns with God's perfect will for your life. I know that finding your purpose can be very intimidating because more often than not, we don't know what our purpose is yet. However, once you do, you have to honestly ask yourself if the relationship aligns with it. Share some scriptures to encourage you. A peace that surpasses all understanding. Philippians chapter 4 verse 7. When God is leading you to the one, you will feel at peace whether or not you are in a relationship. There will be no confusion and no anxiety around your relationship status. You can tell that the season you are in is anointed by God. Number 2, everything seems to work out for your good. Romans chapter 8 verse 28. When God is leading you to the one, you will notice that the right doors are opening and the wrong doors are closing. Something that rocked your world 3 months ago now completely makes sense and turns out to be God's perfect intervention. And pray not to let go of the right person.